Hi, this is Claire again with the English version of the video. As in previous videos, we are using the Smith-Waite Centennial Edition. It's, yes, it's a classic. I like it. I like, of course, also modern decks. I like artist decks, but it has not to be that way every day, so to say. I also like to stick to you say oldies but goodies in English, I think. So these are my oldies but goodies. Yes, and they are really good for the week to come, so please use it. Have it on your screen, as we would say in German. The first card is a magician, and the magician is always about I will, I do. And when we come to this matter of will in the magical sphere or in the magical community, will is more than oh, I see this, I want this. It's not this superficial kind of wanting. It is about your destiny, your vocation, all of these things. It is about what you are made for, what you, if you want to see it like that, what you were sent to do on this earth for, so to say, your tasks here to do. So there are many different ways to express this. Some people talk about soul contracts or things like that, however you prefer. But nobody will deny that there is some deeper calling in our life, that we are, for example, interested in some topics and different other topics are just not interesting for us, so to say. So this is about really caring about who you are and what you want, and you can realize this, because this card means not just you want, but also you do. It's a very active card, and it's also about your surroundings, your circumstances that are working towards your goals. So this is really like Nike, so to say, just do it. And you can do it because the ways are opening up themselves and you are in alignment with destiny, so to say, with your destiny, with your vocation, with what you were made for, so to say. Very interesting week, especially with the Six of Cups. Beside this, the Six of Cups reminds us of our youth, of our childhood, our adolescence, and all of this, and about what we want to do and what we want to live and who we really are. Because, of course, in childhood, often things are not optimal, so to say. It's not always the best in upbringing, so maybe there were negative influences and all of that. But as a rule of the thumb, so to say, in your childhood you have a good feeling for who you really are, and the facets of your soul and your interests and your vibe. Essentially, it's your vibe. Yeah, every mother knows about children who are very lively, who are doing very much and jumping around all the time, and some children, they are more like looking first and doing then and all of this. And it is about this spirit you were embodying in your childhood. Yeah, some children are a little bit more laid back, some are really patient, some are really woof. They are like little volcanoes sometimes. So it's about your spirit, about what you are really bringing into this life, your core energy, you could say. So it's about looking back, and on another level, on a second level, this card is, of course, the cups, our feelings, our intuition, our heart, everything that is fluid in us, so to say, flowing through us, if you want to say. And the six is always a number of harmony, of balance, of the sun in astrological matters. So it's about harmony in your feelings too. Yeah, because you, and I don't know what it's like in your country, but in Germany sometimes the inner child work was very a favorite of many people in the spiritual field, and it was like dragging it on its hair everywhere, and the inner child was responsible for everything. And so I would say, always with a grain of salt things. Yes, watch for the inner child. It's, of course, the inner child card in the tarot, but it's always about what do I want to take now in my life. It's about a conscious choice. It's not about oh, all of this and I have to do it now. Choose what is appropriate now, what feels right now. Other things, they can be done later. Yeah, it's not about achieving everything at once and then check, I have fixed the inner child, so to say. Life is a process. It is an unfolding. It is not about checklists, essentially. So pick up the energies, the vibes of your childhood, the things that were really you, especially with the magician besides, and what do I want to live now. Especially, this is really, it is a very round card, set, so to say. Sometimes they are like every card has its message, but they are not aligned in any way. And these one are like one card, like one meaning, if you take them together. Because the Fool here is a card we had him before in readings, of the Wanderer, the card of the free spirit, especially with these positive cards. Besides, it's about his, we call this the chocolate side in German, the good side, so to say, the positive aspects of the card. It's his chocolate side, so to say. And this is really about living your freedom and having new angles to look at life and seeing new facets and all of this. So this is about a fresh approach to life. And also, of course, this card is sometimes about foolishness and sometimes about the Wanderer in classical tarot reading, but some tarot readers really see him or her as the person which is doing the reading, or which is the reading done for, so to say. So it's a main person, so to say. It's you, okay? And the Fool is like you yourself on the journey, because here he has a 0. He is somehow not really in the cards. He has no number. He is free. He can appear everywhere. So this is sometimes really, it's meant that you as a wanderer through your life are popping up when he shows up. And when you are popping up in a reading, this means you are very active, you are conscious about what you are doing, and yeah, you are not just going one day and the next day and everything seems to be the same and I can't do much about it and all of this. It is about really being aware of your life and living it consciously and in an active mode, not reactive, but really doing things and looking how to do them in a good way and in a way that is good for you. So when we put this together, these cards are about outer achievements also. He is very practical. When the Magician pops up in a reading, it's often about things you really achieve. You can see them afterwards. It is really done, yeah? So it's not just a spiritual card. It is deeply spiritual, but it also has this go level, yeah? Practical life. You really have a result afterwards. And especially with whom I was and who do I want to become and what was my core energy in childhood, yeah? Reminding you of the children, some were very active, some were dreamy. Which kind of child was I? What was my perception of the world? What did I like? Did I like it more cozy, or did I like to run through the woods all day, or maybe both? Yeah, it's not about just putting yourself in one little basket, so to say. It's not about having your little box. Yeah, it's people can fit in many things. It's sometimes this is a little bit seen too short, as we would say in German. So this is like more, where do I fit, where do I put myself? And then the multi-vibrational and multicolored cloth, so to say, of your living, your carpet, your magical carpet, all these strings, if you think about the Norns and the thread of life and all of this, the many colorful threads in your life carpet, so to say, in your weaving of life, if we want to say it metaphorical, they would be lost if you would try to just be red, for example. Yeah, if you say I was an active child, and you would say, well, it's like the color red, to compare it like this. So I was a red child, and you would leave out all these calm moments when you were, for example, reading a picture book for children, and you really enjoyed these calm moments. So please let all colors stay in the picture. Don't try to get in one box. This is what I want to say. So this is about the Six of Cups, and the last one, the Fool, is wandering through life. He is going in his own way, and this is, especially with these positive cards, a card of freedom, a card of active living, a card of yes, fresh approaches towards your life. He is really about freshness. So these are the cards for this week, and we will see each other next week again.